Now NBC5 responds the heated question that may determine the survival of companies that closed during the pandemic.
Will business interruption insurance cover their losses? Here's Lisa Parker.
This question is playing out in headlines around the world right now, but pretty soon it's going to move into courtrooms. Hard-hit businesses squaring off against their insurers, who they accuse of unfairly and prematurely denying their claims. When disaster hits, and it's the visible kind, insurance coverage for lost business kicks in. A pretty straightforward proposition. But what happens when the disaster at hand is less visible? This pandemic is taking that question to a new level when it comes to insurance coverage.
And you are joining us from where?
Kansas City, Missouri.
He's kind and he explains everything.
Dr. Robert Klein says the interruption of his dental practice
We have over 10,000 active patients.
was indeed disastrous.
We shut 3 offices down completely on March the 17th.
Government guidance gave him no choice, he says. From the CDC to the American Dental Association, dentists had to shut down.
It's a respiratory disease, and we're working directly in the mouth. So we're a very high-risk community.
He says he worried about his patients and his furloughed employees, but had no doubt his insurance coverage would help them all get back up and running until his first conversation with his broker.
And the response that I received was, there's no way we can cover that. It would bankrupt us.
Dr. Klein's attorney calls that a broken promise.
You pay premiums all these times, and then when you need it, they all deny it.
Bob Langdon says his Kansas City firm now has 500 cases like Klein's.
We represent universities, cities, doctors, restaurants. I mean, they're just saying there's no coverage. We're not paying. We don't care.
Klein's complaint against auto owners insurance accuses it of failing to pay his claim, even though his policies do not have virus exclusions for pandemic-related losses. Some insurers have written that exclusion. Auto owners did not offer comment on Klein's lawsuit. It is now an argument playing out with insurers nationwide. From this California lounge owner,
we made a claim on our business interruption insurance and it was denied,
to the proprietor of this D.C. restaurant.
We are suffering and we've paid into the policy and them saying that this is not covered. So in my view, that's what insurance is for.
A very different view from the insurance industry, whose trade group maintains a global pandemic cannot be covered.
The legal precedent has been set that viruses and bacteria do not cause that direct physical damage, and as such, it can't trigger a claim.
Why am I paying my premiums?
Now back to work, that question very much on the mind of Dr. Klein and so many other business owners who paid for coverage for years, hoping they'd never need it, but confident it would be there if they did.
Why are they collecting trillions of dollars in premiums annually when, and they're just blanket denying a valid claim?
To that point, Dr. Klein says the denial of his claim came before he submitted the detailed list of his loss, a list he says his insurer requested, and a loss in excess of $1.2 million. Lisa Parker, NBC5 responds.
So many businesses in that situation.
Yes.
Wow, our thanks to Lisa.